Hey everyone, I'm Sam Wright, and you're listening to Metal Gear Mondays, the first edition. You're going to hear some stuff in these episodes about links that aren't right for Patreon and other things. You can ignore those and in your head replace them with patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays and facebook.com/Metal Gear Mondays or Twitter @Metal Gear Monday. Thanks, character limits. Okay, bye.
This week on Metal Gear Mondays, we go next gen. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, welcome to the Metal Gear Mondays podcast, the Metal Gear podcast, where we cover all of the Metal Gear titles, from top to bottom, left to right, inside, and out. As always, I am your host, Alessio Summerfield, and this week I am joined by Sam Wright.
10, 10, 10, 20 on your titties, bitch.
Isaac Lim.
Sorry.
So I noticed you said ladies and gentlemen, but then you reverted and said boys and girls.
You're just now noticing this on like 51 episodes in?
I guess I never paid attention. Is this you always said boys before girls? Alessio, what is wrong with you?
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, boys to men. Yes. So, and
Man
as
to
always, this podcast is produced by Forever an Astronaut. You can go to foreveranastronaut.com for all of our shows, or patreon.com/foreveranastronaut if you want to join in on the Slack and all that shit. This week, though, we have a very special thing that we are doing. We are covering Metal Gear Solid 4, finally, ladies and gentlemen. Ta-da!
Boys and girls.
This
Fireworks.
episode, cute fireworks. This
You were here.
no. Just dead silence and then the sound of fireworks popping. That's why I was trying to avoid saying cute here. Damn it. Yeah, but on this episode, we are going to be going through the generalities. There is quite a lot of shit to talk about when we're talking about game systems, mechanics, and all that with the shift to a whole new platform. So we are dedicating an entire episode to that as opposed to trying to do that and like starting the game. However, that being said, we did play the game and got refreshed before we did this episode, so we might bleed a little bit into some of the stuff in the first part of the game, but we'll try and avoid any sort of story spoilers as much as we can. Go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, because you normally read off like who produced the game and like the designers and everything like that. Mm-hmm. Can I do that this time?
Oh, yeah. You got it pulled up?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So, this game was released worldwide on June 12th, 2008 by Kojima Productions, publisher Konami, developer Kojima Productions. It was produced by, and I'm going to pull in Alessio here, it was Hideo Kojima.
Oh, damn it. Did not do that.
I just
needed
to like get old Hideo. That's what I thought it was when I first started playing Metal Gear, was because Hideo in Metal Gear Solid 1 during the Psycho Mantis battle, they do that Hideo screen where it looks like the video screen, and that I thought it was Hideo because Hideo rhymes with video, and that's what it was supposed to be.
Honest mistake.
But
it probably is Hideo then. I don't know. I don't know what words are.
Fucking Japanese people, man. Come on.
Woo!
But it was woo! But it was designed by Hideo Kojima, and it was produced by Hideo Kojima, Kenichiro Imazumi, Kazuki Muraoka, and Yoshikazu Matsuhana.
Oh, is that Kaz? Yoshikazu?
Kazuhira Miller is one of the producers. Programmed by Yuji Kurokado. Artist, the always wonderful Yoji Shinkawa.
Yoji!
It was written by Hideo Kojima and newbie, fresh face,
Shuyo
Murata.
Shuyo.
You sound like a jet grind radio character, Isaac. Shuyo.
Yo.
Yo, it's Shu, yo, ho. And it was composed by Harry Gregson Williams, of course, Nobuko Toda, Shuichi Kobori, and Kazuma Jinochi.
Yeah, and I believe that, if I remember correctly, 2 seconds, I'm so stupid, apologies. I believe that Nobuoka Toda is the individual who gave us the music for Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2.
Which was great.
Yeah, let me double check that real quick just before we get all the hate mail. 2 seconds. Where the hell am I here?
No.
I'm lost in my things. Music, where are you? Yeah, so the music was... Yeah, I got it right. So Nobuoka Toda provided music for Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2.
Cool.
Yay.
So cool. It's like kind of the best of both worlds. But yeah. So also I think this might be the first time that Kojima Productions is credited as producing a game, because I think they were known as Fox for 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So this is the first Kojima Productions game, and there will be a lot more, hopefully, to come. But yeah, so there's a kind of troubled development path to this game, and I'm sure we can't really talk about Metal Gear Solid 4 without talking about these things in particular. But the entire existence, and we'll fucking get into it as we do this season, the entire existence of this game is completely predicated on the fact that there was enough fan outcry that Konami ordered a sequel to 3 to come out. Because Kojima, time and time again, has essentially said after 2, he was like, I'm done. After 3, he was like, I'm legitimately fucking done with this. But then there was enough of an outcry from fans to get a proper sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2 that production started on 4. And essentially, Kojima originally was not supposed to be the director at all. He wanted to retire completely after Snake Eater. And that's where we saw the whole Alan Smithy kind of like fake director stuff start happening. The person who was not, and I believe he ended up co-writing MGS4, but the person who was originally going to take over direction was Shuyo. Good old Shuyo Murata.
Shuyo.
Yeah, and he had co-written for MGS3 and had directed Zone of the Enders, the second runner, and also was involved somehow in Metal Gear Solid 2 and I think Ghost Babel. But, and I'm not even fucking kidding, and there's like a whole slew of these if you want to read them. Kojima announced that he would be co-directing after Shuyo was sent a fuck ton of death threats, and so was Kojima.
Oh shit. Yeah, and just based on this game, like Shuyo was not enough to like rein Kojima in. Based on our theory, Tomokazu Fukushima was not involved in this game and did not help keep this game grounded.
Yeah, well, and I almost want to say that like this game goes batshit insane almost in response to the whole outcry to get the game made, because I feel like this game has very, very high reviews critically. This game is legitimately like mechanically a very good game, but I think from a story standpoint, I think this game is like essentially Hideo Kojima like hate fucking his fans. For lack of a better way to put it.
And no, here's the thing. It's Hideo Kojima hate fucking his fans, but his fans don't realize that he's hate fucking them. They just think they're having fun sex.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is like, and we'll get into it, but there are a lot of things in this game that start out as kind of silly, funny, smarmy, kind of like, wow, Kojima's a little on the nose this time, across the board. And they almost come off as like charming and kind of endearing, like some of the callbacks that happen. But by the time we get to the end of the game, it's just so fucking stupid. Just some of the things that end up happening with these kind of weird oddities that are introduced. Yeah, the whole thing just feels like ultra fan service, and that's ultimately my biggest problem with this game. But that doesn't mean it's not fun as hell the whole time. It's a fun ride. It's just like a real weird ride.
Fucking just literally fucking insane.
Yeah. I will say too. Reportedly, the game has been estimated as having a budget of $50 to $70 million. Yeah. But Kenichiro Imaizumi from Kojima Productions apparently denied it and said that if that was the case, it would have released on multiple platforms. But as everyone notoriously knows, especially those of you that have Xboxes and can't fucking play with us, Metal Gear Solid 4 is only available on the PlayStation 3 and will always be exclusive to that system. I don't know if it's because Sony had a hand in any sort of financials, but I do know that it's because I think a lot of the assistance that came during development and a lot of the push for the game, and this is what leads me to believe that some monetary advantage had to be given by Sony, is that the game is not shy about like the 6-axis or like the cell processing in the PS3. Like they name check the PS3 several times in the game. There's just a lot of like Snake even has a PlayStation controller in his hand at one point throughout the game. There's just a lot of PlayStation stuff.
Doesn't he use a PlayStation controller to control Mark II?
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot of PlayStation stuff. So yeah, I don't think it's ever.
And it's like I don't think it. I think he's right in that like if it had that kind of budget, it would have been on multiple consoles. But like at the time, the PlayStation was still struggling to really even stay above water, so it wouldn't have made sense to make this game that was $70 million worth. Like even if it is Metal Gear Solid, like I don't know that it would have sold that much enough to justify it only being on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, and we'll get into that a little bit. Konami, and I don't know if this is true or not, Konami claims that the game sold 3 million copies worldwide day one, which is fucking crazy. And as far as like weird promotional tie-in stuff too, while we're talking about the PlayStation stuff, Apple computers make a big appearance in the game. Snake literally has an Apple iPod in the game for you to listen to music while you're playing. Which is great. You can also listen to podcasts, which was a big inspiration on this show. And you can also collect like a bunch of hidden songs and stuff. There's like Regain energy drinks, and I believe Regain was in MGS3 as well. I think. I don't know. But Regain energy drinks are in MGS4. There's Sony Ericsson phones. There's like a Triumph motorcycle comes back. There's even Ubisoft has, I'm not even fucking kidding, there's an Altair unlockable costume for this game. So yeah, there's just a bunch of weird shit in this game from other things. So yeah.
There's like a lot of this stuff that's just like, how the fuck did this come together?
It's super weird. Likewise, too, there was a Metal Gear Solid Touch for the iPhone, iPod Touch, and iPad that came out, which is essentially this game, but as like a Area 51 Time Crisis style like rail shooter. And we're gonna cover it for the show. I'm gonna do like a whole micro episode on like iPod games for this series, but like it's actually a really fun game. I don't know if it costs money anymore, but I think it was like $1 back in the day.
What is it called? Like, what is it called in the App Store?
Metal Gear Solid Touch. And likewise, too, I know Little Big Planet had a whole expansion pack that was dedicated to Metal Gear Solid 4, so you could have like Old Snake, Raiden, Meryl, and some of the other characters in Little Big Planet. And Hasbro and Konami fucking went nuts and did like an MGS4 themed Risk that has Outer Heaven character pieces, which is really great. So there was just a lot of marketing for this game. As always, there's usually kind of like some sort of special version of the game. Yoji Shinkawa did a bunch of limited edition artwork for Guns of the Patriots. There were 2 making-of documentaries that were available on Blu-ray. However, they were also available through GameStop. And I think I've got each part of those. There was one part on DVD that you got for... I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm confusing it with Subsistence. I think it was Subsistence. You got one part of the documentary for pre-ordering Subsistence, and then you got the second part that shipped with Subsistence. And so GameStop did a similar kind of exclusivity deal with the special edition of MGS4. You could only get it through GameStop or EB Games in Canada. But it came with like a little 6-inch Old Snake figurine and a bunch of other stuff too. But yeah, likewise, they did like a whole PS3 release for MGS4. So there's a special MGS4 PS3 out in the wild that looks really neat. Likewise, too, I think there were a couple different ones in Japan. But likewise, too, if I remember correctly, they released, and I think I still have this on my PS3, Metal Gear Solid 4 Database was an app on the PlayStation Store.
I fucking loved that thing.
Yeah, it's wonderful. But essentially, it's just like a, I don't know, what would you call it, Sam? It's like an encyclopedia, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like Wikipedia except exclusively for Metal Gear.
Yeah,
It's like you can look up like incidents and like dates and what was important on that date, and it's really neat. Like before I dove into playing 4 just to kind of get my toes wet with it again, like I still have it on my PS3, so I just looked through it and it's just really cool to read.
What is it called?
Metal Gear Solid Database.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4 Database.
Yeah, and it came with Metal Gear Solid 4, but it's like a separate app for the PlayStation 3 that's not attached to the game. So
yeah, and that being said, too, I don't think it updated or anything, so it's probably not necessarily like completely up to date with what happens later in the series. But it was still fun. Yeah, I dig it. Likewise, too, and this will be kind of the last two quick things about sort of DLC stuff before we kind of dive into the game proper. MGS4 originally came with, I think you had to download it. I don't think it was on the disc because I'm not seeing it anymore. But MGS4 came with the Metal Gear Online starter pack. And essentially there was, this is like the second version of Metal Gear Online following the subsistence version. But it was like 16-player online battles, fully customizable characters. The starter pack allowed you to do sneaking missions with Old Snake, as well as do Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, and several other game modes. However, right after that, they put out expansions, more maps. You could purchase playable characters like Mei Ling, Meryl, Liquid Ocelot, stuff like that. And you could buy that through the Metal Gear Online shop, either with, I think it was, you could use in-game currency or real money, so you could just like grind games and buy characters. But that being said, Metal Gear Online shut down in 2012. And so, based on the patched version of the game that we're playing, at least I think you guys updated whenever you started playing, correct?
yeah.
Based on the patched version of the game that we're playing, I believe any mention of Metal Gear Online has been completely removed from any of the menus. And unfortunately, too, it seems like all the DLC is gone as well, which is frustrating because there were 49 free DLC add-ons for Metal Gear Solid 4. 25 of them were exclusive Octo Camo patterns, and there were 12 podcast episodes and 12 songs, with a 13th song that had gotten removed due to copyright reasons. But in, I think it was July 31st of 2014, they pulled the plug on all of that. And I believe that's what I think there's like a connection or like a network option on the main menu, even to this day. But anytime I tried to connect to it, it wouldn't do anything. Apparently, there's a workaround that got made available in 2015, but I don't know if that still works. And unfortunately, there's no other way to listen to those podcasts because they were, I think it was exclusively, and I think it was IGN that did those 12 podcasts specifically for the game. But now that the DLC servers are shut down, I think they're just kind of lost forever. Maybe YouTube has them. I don't know. But yeah, we can get into talking about the game proper. So the very first thing that you're presented with is a really long installation screen. It didn't used to be this way. So Sam, you played this contemporaneously? No, contemporaneously.
What?
Recently.
Well, no. Like contemporary to its release. So like whenever.
Oh no,
it was like
I
year,
played it like,
right?
I played it like a year after it came out.
Yeah, no, I think I did.
Because that's when
too.
I got my PS3.
Yeah. So we both played it a year after it came out. So I'm sure we experienced the original install screen.
Yeah.
So Isaac, the difference between what you experience and what we experience is that before you literally could not install the whole game at once. So between every single act, you would literally have to sit there for like 10 minutes for it to install the next act. Which
fucking sucked.
Which is weird that there's an install at all because this is the first game on the PS3 that used a dual layered 50 gig disc. So I think with it being dual layered, I think I'm trying to remember if it's the single layer is 25 gigs and the dual layer is 50, or is it each layer is 50?
I think each is like 40.
I think.
And
Okay,
then
yeah.
2 is 80. I don't know.
But yeah, so this is the first to use like a dual layer disc, even with compression and stuff. So it's crazy that they loaded that much shit on the disc and still had to like install stuff. But I guess that was to make it run smoother.
It was fucking egregious and unnecessary.
Yeah, so the new install, it wasn't too bad. I think it takes 16 minutes now.
And that does all of them? All the acts?
Yeah, it installed everything.
Yeah.
So you never
Yeah,
have to
it does
install
all.
more stuff.
Oh, cool.
Which is great. Which is really funny because back in the day, like Snake would effectively finish like maybe a couple cigarettes and be done. Watching the full install, I was like, I don't understand how Snake's not dead right now because that cat just smoked like a whole fucking pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, and puts him in his little like ashtray, like his little portable cigarette butt container.
Yeah, can we talk about that for a second? So I timed it out. It takes Snake about 45 seconds to a minute to finish a cigarette, which is still like huffing it, like shit, dude. Like you are slamming through that smoke. Combined with the fact that like I don't know if you guys noticed or not, whenever he inhales from the cigarette, dude drags that cigarette for a minute.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's
He
like
holds
It's like Snake is he like invented shotgunning cigarettes.
he's like it puts hair on your chest. Yeah, it was a little much.
This is why my voice sounds like this.
Yeah, probably. I didn't write all of them down, but I thought it was really funny. There's a lot of health usage and copyright notices while the install process is happening. My favorite, so it says like health warning, like smoking is not good for you. Please don't smoke. And then occasionally it'll be like health warning, like smoking is not good for you, the environment, or other people. So when choosing to smoke, please be mindful of women, children, and others. But then there was one that killed me because it says like health warning, and then it says usage warning, and then there's copyright warning. But then about midway through, it just says stealth warning. And it's like, you're about to get into a very stealthy situation. Like, be sure to use your surroundings. But I was like, stealth warning? Are you kidding me? It was funny. The whole thing felt really super sarcastic to me. Like, even, like, the don't smoke felt like they were being douchebags about it. I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
What did you think, Isaac?
But, like, douchebags to people that smoke, not, like, douchebags to people that don't.
Yeah, I feel like it felt almost like Adult Swim wrote the warnings. Like, it was just like, I don't know. That's just the voice I read it in, and it just felt really shitty.
It was almost like they were legally supposed to do that.
Yeah,
Put,
like with
warnings
everything.
out there.
Like they didn't want to do it, but they
Yeah.
did it because they were forced to, so they went snarky with it instead of just straight up doing a warning.
Well, there's some weird stuff in there, too. It's like, every hour of playing, be sure to take a 15-minute break and walk away from the TV. And it was like, please play in like a well-lit room as far away from the TV as possible.
Yeah.
I was just like, what is, like, who plays games like this? Like, who, what? So then I turned on all my lights and stood halfway across the house and squinted for the rest of the time.
And then you physically can't take a break every 15 minutes because there's a cutscene every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
Yeah. There were also some
Konami.
gameplay tips, which I thought was pretty neat. At some point, which was weird. It was like, thanks for giving me gameplay tips about a game I still have yet to play. But I guess technically they were supposed to play like between each act, so maybe it would have made more sense in between. But I don't know. Isaac, what did you think thus far of old Snake huffing cigarettes and
Smoking?
telling you warnings?
I was impressed. Also, I mean, I knew that he was old, but at this point I had no idea why. So, I mean, if he's still smoking and he's that old, you know, he's doing something right.
It's true.
it's admirable. It's kind of like this guy doesn't quit on anything except for his career in every game.
Yeah. Likewise, too, I know that we talked about how they patched in the full install feature. Part of that same patch, and I think it was like February of 2009, I think the patch came out, maybe later. They patched in trophies. So this game didn't have trophies from the get-go. It's really weird to know how old this game is, because I remember looking at the copy that I have, like the original PS3 copy that I have, and it's still like that old style, like Spider-Man font PS3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like the PS3 was having its like angst phase. Yeah.
When it was doing its black suit Spider-Man outfit moves.
Well, it was back when it was back when Sony was like, yeah, we own Spider-Man. What can we do with anything Spider-Man? Let's make our PlayStation have Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I'm surprised that the PlayStation 3 originally did not look like texture from Spider-Man's suit.
It was just Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
But yeah, so once you get through the install process, it asks you to press start.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. The only reason why I mentioned that is because I was trolling for reviews to prep for the show, and I found a dude's I think it was like a Giant Bomb review, like a user review, and literally the headline for the review is just like, Metal Gear Solid 4 is not as good as you think it is. And it's just shit talking Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm not even kidding. There's like a whole 3-paragraph argument that this guy has with nobody, where he's just like, and the tenacity that they make you press start after things load. Who do they think they are?
It's a little weird. I don't know if it outraged me. It's strange. I'll give him strange.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he was like, I had to sit here. You think I'm paying attention for 16 minutes to press start? And it's just like, no, dude, just fucking press the button. Like, why are you mad? Calm down. But anyway, so yeah, right out the gate, it opens up to this really pretty main menu that immediately looks like artsy as shit and looks wonderful and has this like sort of washed out kind of like, I'd say like, I don't know, it's like a weird white orange kind of filter to everything. I don't know, it's very pretty, and we immediately see that the game is going to be full of fan service right out the gate because we're standing in the cemetery at the end of MGS3, and it's Old Snake in a tuxedo standing there in the midst of this really pretty cemetery shot, and this is our main menu. What'd you boys think after sitting through that hefty install? What'd you think of this menu?
I was like, I am glad that I'm ready to play. This is going to be dope.
I'm glad that I am ready to play. Isaac, what did you think?
I second that. I'm glad.
Very nice.
I'm glad that I am ready to play sounds like the I feel asleep of what I was trying to say, which was I'm glad that I can finally play now.
Oh, sure.
The music's very cool, too, in this little
It was a very
Yes.
pretty theme, I guess, music-wise. I can't remember what it was, but, you know.
Isn't it
was
just
pretty.
like that little... I'll cue it here.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
That's
I love that shit.
Beautiful.
Super limited menu. Essentially, it's just like new load game. We got some mission briefings where, and this is weird. So the mission briefings only unlock as you beat those parts of the game. I discovered. So I guess it's just there to like refresh you if you like took a long break or something. I don't know. I'll have to check them because I started a whole new game for the show, so I didn't dig into those too much. So we'll have to check those out periodically while we play to see like what that all is. But I do know that it prompted me for a save file when I checked that part out. There's also a photo album for you to review pictures that you take in the game. There's a virtual range to practice with the game's weapons. There's install for install stuff, and then the extras menu is the thing that just never fucking connects. And yeah, if you wait long enough, the main menu kind of shifts to a really wide angle shot that stops rotating around Snake, and you can just kind of like essentially leave it there as like a wallpaper running in the background. But
yeah, I was like, yeah, man, I'm glad that I'm ready to play, and
Nice.
and I get
got
I
it.
get into it, and then I forgot about those fucking TV shows.
oh yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
so. I think we should save that for the next episode because there's
You like
quite a
that?
lot
Okay.
of those to talk about.
Yeah, there's
but
so
it gets
much.
weird as fuck immediately.
It's just like I think they're there to set a tone. I really do.
But it's live
Because, like,
action,
this
so
shit's-
it's weird.
Yeah, it's just all weird. David Hayter's in one of them wearing a fucking eye patch. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like, I guess like little slices of like the reality that the game takes place in. Because I think a lot of them are advertisements for the PMC groups in the game.
Yeah, like at the end of the TV show, each of the channels has a commercial for a different PMC.
And those PMCs effectively are your enemies in each of the acts. And PMC, if you guys don't know, is a private military corporation. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And essentially they're just like mercenary units that get sort of contracted to do work. But as we discover in the story of this game, this is sort of this crazy dystopian future nightmare where every country is just at war all the time, and PMCs kind of like rule the world. I'm sure we'll talk about it politically, but kind of like MGS2. I mean, this game is like a little less prophetic than MGS2 because I feel like PMCs were in quite full effect and a lot of usage by the time this game came out. So it's not as crazy as like the information control kind of Metal Gear Solid 2 meme insanity. But this game does try to kind of, I don't know, be a little cutting edge with its views on what the future could be. And we'll talk about that with some of the other stuff too. But I guess mechanically, did you guys get a chance to play around with the game sort of in action?
Oh, yeah.
Isaac?
I played through... Oh,
sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I want to hear from Isaac.
We're skipping you, Sam.
I heard Sam say yes, so I was like, okay, Isaac. And then right as I was talking, I guess the Skype delay was like, nope.
No, Isaac, go ahead.
No, I played a tiddly widdly bit, but not very good at it. I'll get better.
Yeah, it's quite different. Sam, can you tell us about how different this game is?
Yes.
Sam.
Yes. I will tell. No. I played with it. I played a little bit. I played through like the first half of the act, just to like act 1, just to get used to it again. And even though I am bad and I got spotted a lot, you can like immediately tell like the mechanics of this game are solid, and
wow,
I feel like it's, like stealth is fun. Oh, fuck you! I just realized what I
can agree with that though. Yeah, I do enjoy stealthing around.
Good old stealthing around.
Stealthing around.
You know, the act of stealthing.
Stealthing around. I like using the doo-doo barrel, which is great.
Yeah, it's good.
We'll get into that next episode.
Jesus. But yeah, so I'm trying to remember exactly. So this is gonna blow my mind for a second. This game. So this is a Metal Gear in a post Gears of War landscape. And this is the first time for the show that we've gotten like this far along in game history, I guess. But Kojima himself straight cited that games like Gears of War really inspired the like camera angle and the sort of over-the-shoulder shooting mechanics in this game. Mm-hmm. So there is a first-person view in this game. However, a majority of the gun stuff you can do kind of in like an RE4, like Resident Evil 4, kind of over-the-shoulder aim while moving, which is cool. So there's that. There is the first-person view mode. I feel like the first-person view mode's a little harder to just like whip out like it was in 2. But maybe it's because I'm just not used to the kind of control shift. I'm trying to remember. For whatever reason, I cannot recall, and it might be just because I played so much 5 when it came out. Sam, is there... So I know that there's... You can run, you can crawl, you can do the worm, which is always amazing.
Just kind of hump your way forward.
Yeah, but can you crouch walk, or is that not in this one?
Yeah. That's
yeah.
the first
So you can. Yeah. So if you crouch, if you press the button to crouch and you move forward, you'll just walk.
Which is crazy.
Excuse me.
Which is
but you'll just crouch walk, it's great. And if you hold it down, that's when you get down on the ground. You can crawl and worm your way forward.
See, that's what I meant by stealthing around.
Ah.
You do the crouch and you stealth.
Yeah. I think also mechanically they took the manual they took the manual camo index system from 3 that everybody loved and decided to just remove the whole menu aspect, which is kind of great. You still have to menu dive to put on like different head pieces, and there's some fucking weird head pieces in this game. But you can now, if you just lay up against a texture for long enough, Snake's outfit will just like match the texture that you're pressed up against.
I thought that was really neat.
It's super cool, especially if you find like a spot where it's like between two different types of textures. It'll like imprint the the segue into the other texture onto your person, which is neat.
And at the close to the beginning of Act 1, they like show you that it can do that in a very cool way, which we'll get into later. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, it's super neat. Also, you acquire, and this is kind of a weird gamification of Metal Gear that has also not really happened before. You can acquire Drebin points, which is abbreviated, I think, is DRB, or DRP. I can't remember, or DBP.
Derp.
I can't remember. Let me consult my notes.
The derp.
The derp. It is. It's just DPs. Excuse me. But you can you can use you can by procuring weapons and stuff like that you already have in your inventory, and also a couple different other things like destroying vehicles and stuff. You can pick up DP and use Drebin points to purchase items from the shop, and you can buy weapons. Dude, this game goes fucking bananas on like the weapon customization. Like it feels kind of like a Call of Duty a little bit, the way that it lets you like trick out your guns. And you can also buy ammo and stuff with the Drebin points. And I think later in the game, instead of actually having to be at a shop, you can order them through a menu, and then the little Metal Gear Mark II
well, you can
sidekick robot will bring it to you.
You can order them from the menu like immediately after you meet Drebin.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like the first cutscene, like he leaves after the first cutscene, you meet him, and then you can immediately go into the menu and just purchase other things.
Nice. But yeah, and likewise too, part of the mechanics that they've added is this little support robot that Snake always has that you can. It's really neat. I mean, to some extent, it's kind of almost like Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher, how he's got the little like thing that you put under the door to like see through cracks in the doors and stuff. Mm-hmm. You have this like little robot that you can use for recon that you can just kind of pilot out there so you can get a better idea of what's coming. Because though your radar is neat and helpful, and there's a lot of on-screen indicators for things, it's not like Metal Gear Solid 5 or anything like that where you can mark targets explicitly. And so you kind of have to use this robot or binoculars or exploration to just try to kind of suss out where people are at, a little bit more so than other games. Which, I mean, off mic, we were all talking about how much we got caught in this compared to other Metal Gears. And part of that, I think, is because every environment that you're in is so fucking big.
Yeah.
So, like, the maps are just way bigger than they were in previous games. And they also, I feel like every map now has, like, a lot of verticality where you can just like go under or over or on top of pretty much anywhere.
Lots of ladders, lots of crawly spaces, lots of stuff.
And I think that the AI is also smarter than previous games. So.
Oh, totally. Like way smarter, which is I mean, it's helpful because it makes the game feel a little bit more, I guess, lived in. But at the same time, like when you're used to whose footprints are these, and then all of a sudden you've got like normal people that you're dealing with.
What was that just now?
But yeah, unlike MGS3 with a stamina bar, there's a psyche meter in this game. So it's still like mechanically the same kind of thing. Essentially, if Snake gets hit with like a non-lethal attack, or if Snake has any sort of like extreme temperatures or like bad smelling stuff, or he's being chased, anything to sort of like stress Snake out will deplete the psyche meter. And anytime the psyche meter drops, you'll have sort of shaky hands when you're trying to aim your guns. Snake will complain about like back pain. I think Snake can get like sick, like he did in MGS2, where you like sneeze and stuff. And Snake can also pass out if he gets like shot or punched while he's got low psyche. And a couple different ways to restore psyche. You can eat like you could in MGS3. You can drink. Surprisingly, smoking helps your psyche meter but hurts your health, so it's a little bit like a trade. And then reading pornographic material will boost your psyche.
And there are actually Playboys in this.
Oh, yeah, and you can like
it's,
pick
the
them up and flip through them. Like it's crazy.
It's crazy.
The level of detail. So, and that's one of the things that I think fascinates all three of us about Kojima is this almost kind of detail porn that he has in his games. Where it's like, shit, man, the tanker of MGS2, you can sit there and watch the ice cubes melt at the bar. Like, that's how fucking attention to detail these people are. And if you can just imagine that on a next-gen system at the time, it's like everything is a Final Fantasy cutscene or something.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
I mean, yeah, like at the time, like the prettiest game that we had was Final Fantasy X. And then like this next gen consoles come out and everything is just like everything already looks fucking great, and then Metal Gear Solid 4 comes out and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like Metal Gear Solid 4 at the time pushed the limits of what the PlayStation 3 could actually do, because it's Kojima. That's just what he does.
And you can hear it, because like the system itself is like freaking the fuck out the whole time you're playing this game. Like, it sounded like my like PlayStation 3 was about to like take off out of my living room. But yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful. There's a lot of stuff to figure out and learn. There are a lot of little Easter eggs. I'm really excited for this season because I'm super excited to hear how each of us tackles each of the areas. Because with that wide array of computer-controlled AI and those larger environments, and just all the little detail-oriented tidbits, and like there's even like, my God, you guys, like there's like faction-based AI. So like when you're in some of the zones in the game, you'll come across fighting factions, and you can just like sneak your way through and not fuck with anybody, or if you want to, you can just like help out one side, and like then the AI will remember, and like it'll affect how easy it is for you to get around. It's crazy.
Yeah, which me and Isaac have a story about that for the first gameplay episode.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's just a lot of cool shit in this game. Story-wise, there's a lot of interesting stuff, but also a lot of just fucking crazy stuff.
Well, what's like, what's like the general synopsis for like what we're going into?
Yeah, let me, Sam, do you have the notes still pulled up?
Yeah, you want me to read it?
Yeah, I think I just copy-pasted the Wikipedia synopsis there at the bottom if you want to just read through that.
Oh, hi, Isaac. So Isaac typed hi Sam on the Google Doc.
Well, you just walked in the door, so
yeah. So Metal Gear Solid 4 is set 5 years after Metal Gear Solid 2, and centers around a prematurely aged Solid Snake, now known as Old Snake, and it says Old Snake on his life bar, which is great.
Yeah, capital O, Old.
Capital O, it's proper noun, Old Snake. And his whole job is to pretty much, his final mission ever is to assassinate Liquid, who is occupying the body of Ocelot, as we found out in Metal Gear Solid 2. And he's doing this before he takes over the Sons of the Patriots, which is an AI system that controls all of the PMC activity, which is, again, story detail that we will get into as we play through the game.
Yup. So we're hearing about Patriots. It's in the future. Liquid is still living in that arm. So this is just a direct sequel to 2. So all the shit that you did or did not want to know about what happened after 2.
I mean, for better or worse, we find out what happens after 2.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're going to meet a lot of familiar faces and deal with a lot of crazy shit. I'm curious, before we necessarily close this sort of like prelude chapter, Isaac, since this is your first time playing, can you kind of walk us through what you thought, like what you're nervous about, like, I don't know, just sort of what your sort of initial takeaway was with the game? Does it feel like what you expected?
I will say mechanically it lived up to the hype. Like, you guys always talked a big game about how great this game is to play and blah, 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 blah. And it definitely... That was my Sam impersonation. So,
hey,
not you,
Isaac.
Yes?
Hey, Isaac, fuck
Hey.
you.
Love you too, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but I think once I get, because this happened to me with 3 also, it was kind of jarringly different from the get-go, but once I got used to it and figure out all the different mechanics, it kind of felt really good to play through, and I'm hoping, and I'm gonna assume that's what's gonna happen with 4 as I play it a little bit more. But yeah, everything just seems more concise. Like they took what 3 had, and then like the large inventory of camo that you could have, which was cool in its own right. You know, you could have hundreds of different camo outfits, but it kind of doesn't make sense if you're trying to sneak through to carry 100 or so different camo outfits. So having this little chip or whatever it's called act as a what do you call it? A chameleon type camouflage instead of toting around 100 or so different outfits was kind of a cool touch. More realistic, if you will.
Yeah, I can't recall, Sam. Do you remember
like
if there's like additional outfits that you can get regardless? Like, are there like special outfits? I can't remember.
I think there are a couple. I remember there's something that affects the soldiers you fight against, I want to say. Because I know there's those 2 dolls that do something. But I think there's like stuff you can unlock after the game is over that you can enhance the further playthroughs with. But I can't remember what they're called exactly right now.
Gotcha. Well, cool. Yeah, we're really excited. We've got a lot of guests lined up for this season. We've got some familiar faces, some new friends, some familiar faces that will be on the podcast for the first time, which I'm excited about. And yeah, we're going to essentially try to break it up. The way that we've got it structured is we're going to do half of an act, and then the second half of the act will be so half of an act will be one episode, then the last half of that act will be the next episode, and then we'll do the side ops between every act. So if you guys have anything that you want to write in about, feel free to write in with act specific stuff, and then at the end we'll read sort of like the overall Metal Gear Solid 4 comments. Just because we haven't done so in a while, I actually want to see if I can pull up some of the podcast reviews, just because I know that I think we had 5 of them whenever I checked last. So let me double check real fast, and I just want to do this, kind of wrap us up and call it a day. Let me see real quick. I don't know if it's gonna let me go to like the show page or not. I've got it pulled up on my podcast. Here, I'll just pull it up right here. Sorry, you guys. I'm old man Alessio over here. I'm old Alessio.
Old Alessio.
That's a capital
Old
O.
capital O, proper noun, old Alessio.
Yes. I think I have a typo in here, so it's probably going to be stupid. Ay. I'm an old man. All right, let's try this one more time. Hopefully you guys won't be listening to this part because it's been cut out. Okay, here we go. I got it. And load up. All right, here we go. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we have 7 reviews here. That's great. So the first one is Solid 7 Ace, and I think I know who that is.
Well, same.
Be careful, there are 5-star reviews around here. And then the review is Snake saying, "Who are you anyway?" And then Gray Fox saying, "One of your fans." Which is very sweet.
Des 5 stars there.
We've got Beautiful Guppies left us a did you say nerd 5-star review. Says, "Can't spell meta without Metal Gear. Great show that goes deep into the madness that is Hideo Kojima's brainchild." Oh wow! Oh man, some of these reviews are just so sweet. I haven't seen.
I'm still caught up on Beautiful Guppies, which great name, great name.
Here we go. The all caps the Metal Gear podcast from David Lydon. Perfect blend of paying homage to Metal Gear, reminiscing, and hilarious commentary. It's been a blast reliving the games and playing along with these guys. Aww,
man.
And then can't wait for the return. ... from Lamadaf. I don't know. It's weird.
Please don't. Lamidas is not
Lamidas?
like it's not.
Lamadaf.
Lamidas. Lamidas.
The cast.
Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, ass.
The cast of MGM is truly and honestly top notch. I can assure you that the content you'll be well entertained. The way these guys can verbally paint the scene for us is a trait that others can only wish for. I love what you lot are doing. Keep it up, GG. P.S. My real name is Matt Miller. Lol, 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 lol.
What? What? There he is. We found him.
Oh,
my
man.
gosh.
Old Craven Knight came back. Oh,
Craven.
man.
Fuck yeah, Craven Knight.
Craven's got
Dope.
a lengthy one. He said, kept me waiting, huh? Which is pretty great. Metal Gear Mondays is what you want in an MGS podcast. For the last couple of years of my podcast addiction, I would randomly search Metal Gear, which we had heard about. And he goes on to tell about that story. And then he says, oh, the hosts are a great collection of guys who are fans of the series and discuss each game, the story, extras, and more in depth, making for a great listen and will keep you hooked if you're on a big MGS kick. And he goes on to say a bunch of really, really nice things. And yeah, very sweet guy.
That quite frankly embarrass us. So
Yeah. Another can't wait for MGM to return. Well, guess what? We're here, boy.
be back, bitches.
Bo Beaumont. This is a great podcast, and the wait for season 2 has been unbearable. If you're a Metal Gear fan, this podcast is a near perfect choice. Much like the Metal Gear series itself, the podcast doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think the sometimes silly tone fits well with the subject matter.
When you started saying this person's iTunes name, I thought you were about to like go full into bo 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 bo.
Oh, I wish. I wish.
I wonder how was that the last iTunes review?
The one before it is you, Sam. So I'm not gonna read that one.
Oh, fuck yeah. I wish you would.
Yeah,
actually.
okay, I'll do it. MGM is great! Exclamation point. Deadpool Sky. The premier Metal Gear podcast has a new home. MGM has always been great, and I'm excited for them to come back. Oh man. Sam.
I wonder how like these people are gonna feel after they listen to our episode about Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain.
Oh no! Don't remind me.
I'm sorry.
Metal Gear Solid.
That's what I said.
Oh, I think it's Metal Gear. I've already shut it out of my brain.
Just fucking plugging those beeholes.
Oh no! Just plunging away.
Plunging away at those beeholes.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't gone back an episode, you should check out our porn review on the.
And
Metal
if you're not
Gear Solid.
and if you don't want to hear anything about porn, I probably wouldn't do that. That's why they're two separate episodes, so you have the option.
It's icky, but yeah.
It's icky.
It's icky sticky.
We didn't get a good sexual education because we live in America.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
When I see my penis, I scream and cry at the same time. You'll know when you're in a public restroom with me. Trust me.
Can confirm. Have been in a public restroom with him.
Yes. Well, anyway, that's been our show. It's been great doing this generalities kind of play-by-play. I'm excited to get into the game proper on the next episode. And, oh my God, I think I'm totally slipping on who our guest is for the next episode. Give me 2 seconds. Sam,
Detrokio?
vamp. I'm going.
Isn't it Detrokio?
Yes. Okay, Zach Detrokio is going to be on here with us next episode.
Fucking no vamping. Woo! Fucking got it without having to vamp, bitches.
Yeah,
I can still do it though if you want me to.
Yeah. So
I can talk. So I can talk about how fucking Cheez-It Snack Mix needs more of the white puffs, the puffy corn snack.
Boo.
You guys are the worst. That's the best part of the snack
I'll
mix.
go get some here in a second. So I
There's
can
no
test myself.
please.
taste to it. It just tastes like air.
It's got taste from the from the dust of the snack mix.
From the dust.
So just
Yeah,
eat the
and
dust.
It's light. Well, no, because then like I have like a light and airy snack to eat that tastes like snack mix.
All right, guys, let's let the Cheez-It dust settle. So, Sam,
Let's
where
let the
they,
Cheez-It dust go settle in locale.
Sam, where can they find you besides in the grocery store aisle with the Cheez-It mix?
And the pitch black. You can find you can find me on Twitter at SamWrightDPS. I'm actually thinking about changing that soon.
Oh, shit. So stay current on the show, or else you'll never know, you guys.
Yeah. Well, so you know what my username on the Forever and Astronaut Slack is now, right? That's Sanjel.
Yes.
So I'm thinking about changing all of my online identities to that. There's this. I have.
But the
these
J's
friends.
silent. It's still Samuel.
Well, no, it's definitely Sanjel, because there's this. So my friends have invented this language called Portuguese, and and it's essentially a language where you add just a lot just J's and you just to the end of the word, and my name is Sanjel in Portuguese.
Wow.
I like it. I like
Cool.
So
Tell me more.
I'm very sorry. I will never do that again.
Well, people can also listen to some fun audio content from you, Sam. Where can they find that?
Yeah, so you can go to soundcloud.com/radio right.
I really like that.
I
name, by
haven't-
the way.
Thank you. I did like logos and stuff for it. It felt good to like make that again. But haven't uploaded a whole lot. I'm still kind of like workshopping stuff. I'm planning on bringing back Maybe Have a Word at some point. Yeah. I'm planning on doing a new podcast with some of my friends here locally in Dayton. And all that's going to be there once I figure out what I'm doing with my life. Right now, currently, there's an episode episode 0 of a podcast that I would like to a monthly podcast I would like to do with my friend Tyler, called Rest Hold Radio, which is a wrestling podcast. And this episode 0 is us talking about how fucking insane the year of 2016 was for professional wrestling, mostly WWE, but wrestling in general. So that's on the SoundCloud currently, and I will let everybody know once actual stuff like starts coming out. So soundcloud.com/radio right.
Very nice, Isaac. Where can they find you?
Hit me up on the Gmail. Oh no, don't do that. Actually, hit me up on the Twitter at doesn't have a twit. And
Yeah,
I'll
which
be
you
sure
still
not
have to
to
fucking
respond
tweet.
to you.
You still owe the people a tweet, Isaac.
Yeah.
I understand that.
We'll hold his feet to the fire on the side up episode.
Yeah, so the next side up, we promise he will. I will put a fucking reminder on my goddamn phone. This man is tweeting
I'm sorry.
on the episode.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
And you can find me at AC Summerfield on Twitter, or you can shoot me an email to contact the show at either alessio@foreveranastronaut.com, which is ALESSIO, or contact@foreveranastronaut.com. Likewise, you can talk to all three of us in real time. Like, fuck, even Isaac was in there today chatting on
Talking
our
about the peen.
Forever an Astronaut Patreon Slack. So if you want to support the show, which would be super awesome, honestly, as long as we can cover sort of podcast overhead stuff, everything else is just a cherry on top. But there are a lot of really cool things. So you get episodes of the show a day early, up to 24 hours. And you get access to our Slack, both for as little as $1. And then for $5 on up, you get special behind-the-scenes stuff, as well as getting access to all of Forever and Astronaut's film content, because that's part of the perk of us being a full-blown production company. So if you are curious about Dev Diary, which is our first original series that premiered on Steam, Vimeo, VHX, and Amazon in January, you can get the whole first season for free by committing to donating $5 a month, as well as subsequent content and subsequent seasons. So definitely check that out, and you can talk to all of us on that Slack, like in real time. So just fucking do that if you want to talk to us. I'm there now, okay? We're all there. We're all here. We're all friends.
You guys, so like sometimes when I'm at work, I have to mute the Slack.
Oh yeah,
because I have my, like, it wouldn't be bad if it was just my phone, but I have my Apple Watch, and sometimes I'm talking to people like that I come in to buy things from me, and my watch is just like buzzing. And I'll mute the Slack for like an hour just so I can get through it, and I'll come back and there'll be like 78 unread messages. Like, goddamn.
But yeah,
it's
fun.
like it's
Definitely
lit.
use
It's
the-
lit in there.
Yeah, definitely use the snooze feature because I have to use that at work all the time too. But yeah, it's fun stuff, and I know Nick Freida's in there talking about Grindcore, the show that he hosts as well. So if you want to talk about fun RPG stuff or talk about that show, definitely gets a plug from us. Grindcore RPG, it's a great podcast. It's like this, but with just RPG games.
Arpigs.
Yeah, RPigs. But yeah, so that's been our show. Isaac, what can the folks at home not forget to do or say or think?
When you do the Lupa juice and the Whoopalumpas, Roosin and the juice box and the Rops and the Roos
what
and the
was that?
Jocks. Talks.
The juice what?
Lux. And it's just the box. The smocks, talks, rocks.
All right, Borat. It's just box. They nice. It's just box.
Hooray.
How much box? It's just box.
Hey, at least it's not flattened because there are people that want butts on top.
Stop. There's an odd box here.
A box.
Just a box.